Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again in this YouTube astrological segment. What I want to talk about is my 10-year anniversary on this YouTube astrology channel. And I want to thank all of you out there that have been loyal and steadfast fans and viewers of my videos. It's very surreal. It's hard to believe that this has been 10 years when I first started this channel. To think that it would become a 10-year odyssey was just something that wasn't conceivable at the time. I mean, when I started the channel back in 2012, I was just like, well, you know what, Eddie, let's just give this a shot and see how it goes. And it just showed that, I have so much, my love and passion for astrology is so strong. I just love to make these videos and help people learn about astrology to continue becoming more learned in astrology with Edwin Learnard. And it's great that it's been going on for so long. I've got a chance to hear a lot of good feedback from people and meet others because of this. Not many, really physically, you'd be surprised. I really haven't met that many people in person. I think there might be a misconception by some out there to think I meet all kinds of people in person, and that is really hardly the case. There haven't even been many requests for me to meet those people and meet anyone, or that many people in person. It's just the way it's been, and for me, it just again, it's a very surreal thing. It is hard to believe that this has been 10 years. Time flies when you're having fun, I guess, and even when you're not. And this proves this right here. I can't believe that much time has gone by since that first day that I started this channel, which was September 26, 2012. And again, I just really want to thank you guys out there for being such persistent viewers and the ones that have been able to help keep this channel going, because if I wasn't getting the viewership, I couldn't justify or rationalize the channel. Doing videos is more than just about viewership. I understand that, but you've got to have a certain amount going to keep the channel going, to be able to justify doing it. If the viewership got down to, like, say, 10 views, 20 views a video, then I'd have to ask, really ponder, well, what's the point in doing this if I'm not getting the viewership? If people aren't even really seeing it, then the thing about it is, I don't want to be indignant. I know there's a lot of other astrologers that are going to get much more viewership than I do, and I respect and understand that. There's YouTube astrologers that have been out there longer than me, and they will always get, probably always get more viewership than me. My viewership is actually, it's been declining over the years, sadly. I peaked around 2018, I think it was. I had that video, some of you may remember, it was about astrology and the disappearance of Molly Tibbetts. I don't know if I'm saying the name right, but some of you may remember that. And at that time, I think I hit around 108,000 views per month is what I was averaging. And now it's like around 46,000 views per month, so which is really, of course, that's less than half of that. It's still enough, of course, for me to keep the channel going. But, the thing about it is, I think a lot of it is because maybe TikTok has something to do with it, and Instagram. I had something happen, one time I had a little stretch where I had a number of videos where people were having difficulty hearing it. The sound quality was poor. And I don't even know how that was even happening. It wasn't like I went to any settings and manually, adjusted anything to make the volume short. It was some glitch in the computer for some reason that made the recording volume very low, and I got it fixed. But I don't really, that may have had something to do with the droppage and having the viewership diminished. And they're really the only, other than that, the only thing, I don't want to say the word disappointing, because I understand why others would be disappointed at this, but it's just hearing, constant things about, I should say, messages sent to me regarding, enabling the comments, and ask me why I got the comments to say about it. I mean, I gotta have a life, and it's really, the thing is, I don't want to be completely dominated by astrology. The fact is, I do have other things I have to do, and that's why, the comments. That's really the main reason the comments are disabled. There were two. It was just too time consuming for me to be answering, those comments. When I first disabled them, I think that was back in like 2015. It was taking me up to 2.5 hours to answer comments each day. And I have to, again, I do have to have a life outside of astrology. And I'm sorry for those that are disappointed in that, but then again, I'm disappointed as well, because I've had, because of the diminished, the viewership being diminished. But other than that, I mean, this has been a great ride so far, and so many of you have been really good to me in continuing to follow me and to watch my videos, to give it support. And some of you that have contributed to my GoFundMe fundraiser, that's awesome. You guys are phenomenal for doing that. I've gotten really exorbitant help in that, in the fundraiser. For me, and again, like I stated before, I can't really be that, indignant and think, well, why can't I have, more notoriety than other astrologers? Because some things are just the way they are for whatever reason. I'm not, what you would call an overly flamboyant person. I'm not one that's, somebody that's going to get, I'm not going to get the really, bigger amount of views that a lot of other YouTube astrologers get, because I am very conservative. There's nothing really that stands out about my videos. The background, and I know it's not great. It's what's important though is the background of the astrologer, but not necessarily the literal background, what's behind me in the videos. But the thing is, there's a lot of people out there that want more, the videos to be a little bit more exciting. And I'm not exactly the most enthusiastic person when I do the videos. I'm very, very serious when I do them. A lot of that's attributed to me having the Taurus ascendant and Saturn conjunct the ascendant, I believe. But the thing about it is, I just, again, want to really thank you people out there for doing what you've done. And I mean, it's been 10 awesome years, and I had no idea, there was no way to project that this was going to go on for 10 years. Started on September 26, 2012, and have been going, ever since. Will it be 10 more years? I guess like that song by Asia, only time will tell. We'll have to see, take it day by day, see how things go. It's just been, again, an awesome ride. And you viewers have made it possible. My fans out there, and some of you have become friends and befriended me on Facebook. I do appreciate that. Was that song by Leo Sayer, I Love You More Than I Can Say. Ironically, he's a Gemini, so he probably couldn't say I love you enough times. But the thing is, we go through, when you do YouTube videos, there's obviously going to be fluctuations. You're going to have some high moments, viewership, you're going to have low moments. And it's something out there, if anybody has not done this and is contemplating doing YouTube astrology videos, just keep in mind that it's not always fun and rosy. You might have periods where you have diminished viewership. But Then you may have times where you get a lot. A lot of it depends on the videos you do. And the thing about it is, I think it does. What bothers me in a way, and I know, again, it's more than just about viewership. It's about enjoying what you're doing. But the thing is, when I look at some of the recent videos I've done, and the fact a lot of them have under 100 views, one could stay, and I've even gotten messages from people that have written me that the videos should be getting a lot more views. Is it arrogant to say that a lot of these videos should be getting closer to 1,000 views? Am I overestimating? I don't not necessarily consider, and I've been doing this for 10 years. I don't think that's preposterous to say, well, they should be getting about 1,000 views each. But the thing about it is, I think a lot of this is the viewership I'm getting right now. It's attributed to the fact that the videos, people are only going to watch if it's pertaining to them. If I do a video, about somebody that's got a Taurus Sun in Gemini Moon, the only people or the main people that will watch it will be the ones that have that Sun Moon combination in their chart. But still, that being said, you would think there would be more views. And I just, people out there, I just want you to just stay loyal and don't leave me, for trivial reasons. If there's something happens with the volume again, feel free to write me and let me know about it. I have fixed it for the time being, and I am taking the precautions and checking on it right before each video. I mean, that's what I've been doing diligently up to this point, and I'm trying to make sure I keep doing it. We all make mistakes. There's no infallible person out there, and I just want to keep doing this right now. I don't have any intention of leaving the YouTube astrology community anytime soon. There was some hoopla made when I made that video some time ago. I don't know if it was it might have been around 5 years ago. I forgot when precisely it was made, but I had stated something about the eventual ending of my astrology channel. That I wasn't ending it anytime soon. I was just mainly talking about the legacy I wanted to leave behind. I eventually stopped doing it. But anyway, people, I just want to thank all of you once again, the loyal and steadfast viewers out there, and people that have been staunch supporters of my videos, people that have shared them, that have cared about me, and that have shown their support for me for all these years. Some of you have been watching me practically since day one. You know who you are, and to show this inordinate loyalty, it's just awesome. And thank you once again, all of you, for 10 awesome years. And anyway, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, Edwin Learnard saying, stay well.